Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Aisa and I'm really glad you clicked on this video. So today I'm bringing you guys this simple back to school makeup look, and to make it even better, it is mask appropriate, mask friendly, so you can wear this makeup look with your mask and still slay under it. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, definitely stay tuned. But before we get into the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. And yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling and let's get right into this video. So guys, we're gonna start with this look. It's gonna be very, let me just say, like very mask friendly. And obviously it's a back to school look, so I'm gonna do everything natural. So good for your Zoom calls or online classes or in-person classes for those of you that have to go back. But basically I'm gonna start with this LA Girl Pro Prep HD Definition Smoothing Face Primer. And I'm just gonna put that all over my face. Okay, so now that my primer is on, the key is to basically, you know, everything up here, you can like put as much makeup as you want, but everything down here, you want to put as less as possible so that it doesn't transfer as much on your mask. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to use this from Kayowa Beauty. It's a body oil and it's in the shade Excuse Me Sis. And basically I'm just going to put this on my face because my foundation is very matte and it's very drying. So I find that it's hard for me to blend it. So when I put this before, it makes it not as matte and it's easier for me to blend, I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and put a lot more on the top and not as much on the bottom part. And then here you want to put a little bit. So as you can see, I caked a lot more on the top and less on the bottom, but it's still gonna work with my foundation. Next, I'm gonna go into this Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit in the shade Coral. And I'm just gonna use that to basically color correct my dark spots. My skin was doing so well, guys, and all of a sudden it just decided to act crazy on me again. So basically that is it. I'm just going to let that dry a little bit before I start and apply the foundation. Okay, so next we're gonna get into foundation. For foundation, I'll be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and this is in the shade Golden Honey. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this foundation just because I feel like it's, the color and the shade, everything is good, but I feel like it's so drying, and I don't know, it's hard to like blend for people that like take their time. I wouldn't recommend this. But if your skin is really oily, then maybe, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit on my brush and start spreading. And as I mentioned, you want to put a little less on your cheek area and your nose because you're going to be basically putting the mask over that, you know, so the coverage there is going to be a little less. And then of course you can pack on more at the top. Now I'm blending with my beauty blender, and this is gonna help everything blend in perfectly. So normally I would go ahead and do a second coat, because you see like it's pretty good coverage, but normally I would like more. But because I want this to be good for my mask, I'm not gonna go ahead and do a second coverage. And notice how I didn't put that much coating around the nose and the cheeks areas, and that's because the mask is gonna be like pretty much covering here. So I'm gonna conceal, and for concealer I'll use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop as well, and this is in the shade Caramel. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a light coat on my nose, but everywhere else, well, my nose and my cheekbone. So I'm gonna go with my forehead first, and over here I'm gonna pack like a lot. Then my nose. Don't want to go too heavy on the nose because that area is going to be basically like, that's where you're going to have your mask on. And then under my eyes, and I'm focusing it more closer to my eye. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm gonna go ahead and blend. So that's basically it. Now I do cream contour. You don't have to if you're wearing, especially if you're wearing a mask, but I am going to show you how you can cream contour lightly. I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour kit. I'll be using this shade and this shade mixed together. So sorry, this and this. And I'm gonna go with a really light coat, you guys. Like so. Okay, so now that I'm done blending everything in, a good trick to make sure that everything is matte and it basically like stays in place is to set everything with a powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my highlighted areas with this powder from RubyKisses. It's the Set and Forget, and it's in the shade Banana. And I'm just gonna go over everywhere where I used my light concealer to highlight, and I'm going to basically set. And this is just going to help everything sink into the skin. Next, I'm going to set my contoured areas, and I'm going to go ahead with this NICKAK in New York pressed powder in the shade Cocoa. And with this, I'm basically going to start with setting my contoured areas, and then I'm going to end by basically setting like my whole face so that I don't look too white. So next I'm gonna set underneath my eyes and basically everywhere, so that because my other powder kind of leaves a white cast, so this is what I do to counter it. So next I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of powder to contour my nose. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. I use this the Fluff and Fill pencil by NYX in the shade Espresso, but there's not that much left in it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm basically going to probably outline with my NICKAK New York eyebrow pencil in the shade Black, and then fill with this because I really love this. Like, this is so long lasting. So I know my eyebrows are looking really crazy, but no worries, we're gonna go ahead and correct them, fix them. And I'll be using my concealer and my little brush. And guys, the NICKAK New York brow pencil is really black, so you have to be careful when you use it. So now I'm going to be using this Twist Up the Volume mascara by Bourjois Paris, and just put that on my eyes, because of course you're going to be seeing that part, so you want it to like look nice. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and put a bit of blush. And once again, you do not want to concentrate too much blush on the apples of your cheeks, I guess, more here. But the blush I'll be using is the Dual Blush, and I'll be using this one as always. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on the apple of my cheek, but focus it more towards the upper part. So it kind of gives you like that lifted up look, you know? Just like that when you wear your mask, you still look blushed up. The next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my cheekbones, because since we'll be wearing a mask, they'll definitely be seeing your highlighter. So I'll use these two to highlight my cheekbones and this for my inner eye. As you can see, I'm really focusing it higher up on my cheekbone. A bit on my nose, because I always do this regardless of if I'm wearing a mask or not. my upper lip a little bit, but I don't really need it, and my here a little bit too. Not that much because you don't really need it like that. The most important is right here because people will be seeing that and you want to be highlighted like crazy. Okay, so that's it for highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of clean off my lips. Just like so. And because I am basically gonna be wearing a mask, I'm not gonna do too much to my lips, but you can, one thing that I do wear sometimes is this matte liquid lipstick by Sugar Bee Cosmetics, and it's in the shade CEO. I usually line my lips and wear it, and this is like so matte that it barely transfers. Like, I swear guys, this is really, really good. But for today, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep my lips pretty simple and just pop on a clear gloss, a normal clear gloss. And I'm not gonna be putting too much of it either because, like I said, I'm gonna have a mask over, you know? Now, the main thing that's gonna help this makeup is your setting spray. If your setting spray is dewy, it's not gonna help with limiting the transfer. The one I'll be using is the Milani Make It Last Matte Finish setting spray, and this is awesome. Like, you need a matte finish setting spray. I'm telling you guys, this is gonna help so much. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and use. This is really, really, really matte, so it's like perfect. And I'm packing some on my under. And this leaves you like so matte, guys, like it's crazy. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry. While that is drying, if you're not a lash girl, you can leave it like this and just go with mascara and it will look perfect for class, perfect for school. For me, I'm going to be using eyelashes because I want to. So the ones I'll be using today are the ones from Kayowa Beauty, and they're in the shade not the shade, but in the style Everyday. And these are really like perfect for everyday wear. The ones I normally wear on like everyday are Simplicity, but those are 20 millimeters, so they're a bit longer. But if you want like a professional setting type of thing, these are perfect because they're only 16 millimeters. Very short, very good for everyday wear. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and pop on. I'm just gonna wait for my face to dry a little bit. So guys, this is basically the final look. This is the look I came up with. And just to show you guys, I have my mask. You see I didn't put too much gloss on so that it doesn't smudge on my mask. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. So obviously, let me just tell you guys first, if you wear your masks tight, it's definitely gonna leave a line whether or not you like use like some less makeup or not. It's gonna leave a mark. So that's just like something to say if you put it extra tight. But let me show you guys. This mask is a little big for me. So let me just put it on, or at least attempt to, if I can. Okay guys, I'm struggling just because it's on camera. So I have to twist it because it's too small, too big for me, as you guys can see. So I normally twist it because I have a small head. And yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm talking to you guys. I have my mask on. I can breathe, you know, it's not like too tight or anything. And then taking it off, there's only a little bit that came off. And like, I don't really have lines. Yeah, it barely left any lines on me, so that's basically what it is. My nose is a little sweaty, so there might be a line there, but that's just because my nose is really sweaty. It's really hot in here. And yeah, that's basically it. This is the look for you guys going back to school. either in person or online. This makeup look is perfect. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. If you did, make sure you give this video a like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, of course, because we'd like to see you guys join the family. And of course, you know, share this video with anyone that you think it will help. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.